Hey guys, welcome back. We are just back from Chester, and of course, we are going over our winning deck. Hey guys, welcome back here to another Pauper video. We are playing some Spy Elves, or Spelves as it's also been dubbed. I did not call it that, by the way, just for reference. But essentially what we are playing is Spy Elves, which is the Balustrade Spy combo with Elves. You can check out my videos further down. I have played this deck quite a bunch. However, we went to recollect Chester, which we've obviously been shouting out on Cast and Commons for quite a few weeks now. So again, if you do want all the up-to-date tournaments in the UK, in America, all across Europe, we cover basically any major event that obviously we get sent, which seems to be quite a lot of a lot of parts of the world. Obviously, North, East America, we seem to get, middle of America, we get Europe, quite a lot in Germany going off, etc. And then obviously, the most popular, of course, is the UK. So if you are in the UK, I highly recommend joining the Discord. You can see all the events in our tabs, etc. But also listen to the podcast as well. That is in the description, and we talk about obviously all the sorts of events that are coming up, as well as the challenges. But essentially, anyways, we went to recollect. Obviously, there's like May, Reese, my co-host, and a couple of the people from our local game store. We went down and we ended up playing, I think, 4 rounds and then a cut to top 4 for the first place of a foil Future Sight Snuff out. And I ended up going 5. So I went through 5-1. Right, with this list, and coming first place, losing my last round, effectively, was the sort of thing, right? But essentially what this deck's trying to do is it's using Generous End, Sagu Wilder, etc., and Land Grant, of course, to sort of cheat on lands, and then just play like an Elves game plan, Lead the Stampede, Wind and Way, etc. Lead the Stampede, Wind and Way, Timberwatch, Priest of Titanium, Quirion Ranger, to sort of cheat on the Elf plan, and then also as a backup plan, we have Balustrade Spy, Lot of Giant. That's it. That is our game plan. It's very self-explanatory, because obviously the Sagu shuffles in, you're only running 5 lands, you got 2 Sylvan Rangers, which is sort of like a Gatecreeper Vine sort of vibe, right? It's just an Elf that counts towards Priest, makes that bigger, but also search for a land. And then, essentially, you sort of just look at winning the game with Elves is your normal game plan. And then when that sort of fails, but you always set yourself up so you can win with Spy, and that's the sort of hard part, is committing enough to do the Elf plan, but not committing enough so you don't get blown out. And then we have double Giant, double Dread Return, just in case we draw one. We are playing 3 Elves of the Deep Shadow as well, as a way to get Black Sauce, obviously, because we have only the one Swamp, and we need Balustrade Spy. Sometimes we need access to a second Black, so it's where the Dread Return, for like Dread Return and stuff, so that's sort of the idea. The interesting thing is the sideboard for me, right? So we were playing 3 Fairy Macabres for the mirror, playing 4 Mezfiends for the combo, which came up incredibly, but it's also for graveyard hit, right? And that's another thing that a lot of people probably bypass on, is Mezfiend is really good at being an interaction piece. So everyone just thinks, Mass Vandals for graveyard hit, because most common is Relic, Spellbomb, etc. But Fairy Macabre's very popular, Thraben Charm's very popular. All of these cards are very, very popular. So making sure you can have a hand disruption for them is also as important. And the important thing as well is, if that is the case, misboarding is very popular. Like, I lost round 4 because I misboarded. I was against Red Black Madness, and I assumed that they were on Nile Spellbomb, because it was fairly common. They had Fairy Macabre. So I got blown out by Fairy Macabre and ended up losing, because I lost game 1 because they were an aggro deck. They were, Red Black Madness and me. Fair enough. I versed them again in the finals. Obviously knew their strategy at that point. I didn't even bring in Masked Vandals. I took the other Masked Vandals out, because Mezfiend was my interaction point and Pulse was my thing of keeping alive, and that's sort of how that worked. So having that sort of mindset, or even, shaven. So, like, if I was against Madness and I was unsure on their list, you could essentially go 2 Masked Vandals, 2 Mezfiends, and that's sort of like your hedge and your bet. If you win round 1, you can find out what the hit pieces are, and then you go again. So, That is basically the idea. The only thing is I'm unsure on is how to tackle the red matchups right now. Pulse was sort of bad but good at the same time. In the finals, it was incredible. I cast 2 of them, but I also put 2 at the bottom. So I've seen all 4. But if it was a Healer of the Glade, I would have obviously seen them all, because I kept 2 in my opening hand, and then I seen the 2 that I put to the bottom with a lead. So, like, do you know what I mean? Like, but I also wouldn't have gained them as much. I would have gained just as much as seeing the 2. So it does, but also returning the Priest of Titania was pretty important. So that's sort of the idea. So we're kind of going to just give a little love and showcase this deck, because I've been really enjoying this deck. I think it's a great deck, and the fact that obviously end up taking down Reclick was really cool for me. Like, really good that I managed to do this with this deck. I hope you guys like this video. I hope you guys like Spy Elves. It is really fun to play. So please, if you do want to see more of this, please do let me know. Because I'm starting to feel that people are getting sick of me playing this deck. But if that's not the case, let me know in the comments below. And I will see you guys for round 1. And of course, do not forget to like and subscribe. We're on our way to 3K subscribers. And thank you all for the support. See you guys in round number 1. Hey guys, welcome back here to round number 1. We have a pretty capable hand. If they are on... They're not. We're on a red deck, huh? So we're just going to lead... Do we lead on Quirion? I think I just lead on Quirion, sort of try and bait something, and then lava that. Sure. So against Madness, most likely. Gotta follow this up with an end. Grab the prize, yep. This is a really tough matchup, to be honest. So we'll start with a Forest cycle here. Get a Forest, of course. So we could play Sagu to then lead, or we play Elf. I think we play Elf. If they want to bolt it from hand, that's fine. If they also want to lava die from the graveyard, that's sort of fine too. They choose discard. They discard Snacker. Bring back Snacker. Do they have a land drop? They do. Are they going to kill that? They are going to kill it. Okay. So let's Roost Seek here for a Swamp, and then we'll play the other Elf. We could have forced last turn, instead of playing the Deep Shadow, we could have played the Timber, to lead to play the Timber Watch here. Which I'm unsure if I would like to do or not. Gut Snipe. The problem is this card, right, for us. Like, once this is in play, we can't do anything about this. So it does really make it tough. So let's Generous End here. Because, as well, we're probably dead as well, because we not only have to survive now, but we have to survive next turn as well. Because we can't kill them next turn, right? Bolt is 6. Are we dead with the last card? Any burn spell kills me. Cool. Not great. Not great at all. Again, not a great matchup. A matchup you sort of really want to avoid, right? So, how do we want to tackle this match? So they can have relics in the board. That's one thing to note. And they can have Fairy Macabres. So all of these cards are optional. You could also bring in Fairy Macabre as a way to beat Snacker, but I don't feel like Snacker's the problem. You could bring in these cards, right? You could bring in a mount of these cards. I don't know if I would bring in 2 Mass Vandals when you already have 2. I just probably wouldn't cut. So what you could do is run... You could do that to board them all in. But this way you lose the Elf plan. But I think that's also fine to lose the Elf plan, because the Elf plan isn't very good in this particular matchup, right? And I think that's probably okay. The only awkward thing is you're on 1 Giant, 1 Dread Return. So you could cut a Mezfiend to force that. You could also cut a land. I'm fine cutting a land here instead of a Dread Return and a Giant. If that's the case, we need to keep him in. So then what's the other card do? Bring in a cut a Mezfiend. 4's probably too many. I think I'm fine with that, right? Because 4 is probably too many. They have so many darts to kill it that it kind of doesn't do anything. So here we have double pulse. No. If we had a land grant here, it would be fine. Here we have 2 lands, a Saga and a Silver. Yeah, I think this is okay. What do we bottom? The Mass Vandal? The problem is if we bottom a Mass Vandal, right? If they are on Relic. That's the biggest problem. I do think this is a tough matchup for sure. This is probably a matchup I would look to avoid as much as I possibly can. So this is going to get a Black Source. I probably actually think it's Saga, right? Saga you can cast. Obviously, again, 3. Like, that's not an option. But I think cutting a land's perfectly reasonable. This is probably going to die. So we play Forest, Mystic. They're also on 6. Forest, Mystic, they answer this. I go Forest, Sylvan Ranger, get a Swamp. Who else is going to go down? Relic. Yeah, good job we kept the Vandal in. I guess. Land Grant, huh? So let's play Sylvan Ranger. Let's get the Swamp. Let's play the Swamp so they don't have any more information. And let's see if they rely on just Relic. Dart the Mystic, sure. Exiled. Slightly annoying. Because obviously we can't Mass Vandal now. So it's Deep Shadow. I'm then going to play land. I'm then going to attack. I'm actually going to cast the land grant as well. Don't need to reveal my hand because I don't need to. But this sort of cements if they are to dart something. Right? If they kill my Deep Shadow here, they can't get rid of my Deep Shadow. Because I just exiled the land grant. Which is why I did that. 2 for this. Sure. Double dart, huh? Land grant's gone. 2 cards in hand, 2 darts. Sure. Let's play the land that they know about. Let's play a Mass Vandal. They're probably going to draw a card here. But at least we know they're not on my carbs. They're most likely just on relics. Are you going to draw a card? You are. That means we get rid of 2 darts, which is actually really good. And then we pass the turn. We don't have a mana dork here, which is actually slightly annoying, right? Because then if they kill one of these guys, we can't spy off next turn. So I think this might be our opportunity, unfortunately. No point in attacking because we have a 1-3. I feel like this is our opportunity, right? If they have a Fire Blast, we die. But I think we live and die by that. So if they have a Fire Blast or they're running Macabre, we die. Yeah. We can't really do anything about it though, right? Okay, they didn't. So do they have a Macabre? Nope. Let's go. We played that pretty well. But good job we now know they have relics. So we definitely want 3. I'm fine keeping in 2 Mezfiends, right? I think that's fine. Going to 4 lands is also fine. Is it fine? Is it fine? It's harder to combo off, right? Have pulse. No, I'm going to try 4 lands. We'll see. I think it could be wrong in Madness. You get the speed, right, because of the 4 lands, but then you also lose out on casting bombs, right? Because the chance of your bomb, like, your mystics and that dying are quite high. Maybe I'm supposed to cut a lead and stuff like that when I'm playing Pulse. So this is a mulligan, no lands. This is a keep. We have Land Grant into Generous End into Sylvan Ranger. It's probably the Quirion, right? Quirion takes the hit. Let's go Relic, I think. Let's go for Findorn, I think. Generous End. Let's just sort of try and fill the graveyard, even though this isn't going to work as well. They're going to target this, exile this, then kill this and tap. Exile that. Yeah, makes sense. Got 5 cards in hand. 1's probably a land here. Yeah, 4 cards in hand. Draw 2. Quirion was a good draw, right? I guess I just go Sylvan Ranger. Get a... Do I get a swamp here? Can't play the Quirion then. I think I just get a swamp though. I think that's fine. They don't know about the Quirion. Let's see what they do. We don't have a Mass Vandal, so we can't really rush the combo anyways. We just have to try and pulse things back. One target is L. Nope. Okay. End the fist. Tap this. What do I want, right? I feel like I want to exile the Ent, right? Because I want the Sylvan Ranger or the... I guess I probably just exile the Sylvan Ranger because I either want the Ent or the thing back. For 2, sure. I probably want the Generous End, right? Priest. Feel like I might force this. Yeah, let's go for it. We force a pop on... Force a pop. We have another one, so we don't really care. Yep. That's fine. 2 mana. Grab the prize. Pitch a land so we don't lose anything. Land. Have you got a relic? No. Sweet. We're on 4 cards, though. So we gotta go Quirion Priest. Mezfiend. Could Mezfiend Quirion, but then I'm not on mana. Nah, I go Priest Quirion. Force them to do something here. We can potentially have Pulse up. Oh, okay, we can pulse that back. That's fine. 2, sure. We're down to 11. Sagu. Sagu for the last land, right? Yep. And then I'll pass here. This will put us to 9. I maybe should have done this last turn. Let's pulse now. Pop the thing back to 17. We have to do that now in case they have triple bolt. A 3rd pulse, huh? So let's Mezfiend, see what they're working with, and then play Priest. 2 mana, floated, sure. We haven't played a land, so we can actually bounce this, play it. Yes, we're on 15, and play a pulse. Sure, you have 3 lands in hand. I mean, okay. Sure. So we have... available to us a Pulse and a Balustrade Spy right now. I don't know. Oh, they know they're dead, right? Because of the Balustrade Spy. Can't believe we got there with Madness. Wow. Pulse was incredible. we seen 3 of them, right? So I guess that makes sense why it felt incredible. But wow, there's so much life. Maybe it's the truth. See you guys for number 2. Hey guys, welcome back. We are gonna keep this hand. It's pretty awkward, right? We got 1 and 1, but we can still do this. We can do this. We have Langrand start, so it's not the end of the world. Langrand, Forest, Elf. We can literally just go Nyx to here. Quirion. They're on Forest. I guess we just bounce like this and then play. I guess we don't need to play Deep Shadow. 1, 2, 3. Then just attack for 1. Probably got enough mana here to do something next turn reasonable, right? So pass the turn. Do. Or what they're playing actually. Could be playing Spy, right? Fairly reasonable assumption. Yeah. I would assume they're playing Wall Spy here. As opposed to Walls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I could put this on for 3. I could make a 4, 5. I could just play a Timberwatch. I think I'll probably just do this. And I just play land, play Timberwatch, and then swing. This means I get a swing for 2 here. 4 Elves on the field. Yep. No Priest of Titania here to go absolute crazy, but 3 lands, probably 1 left. Maybe this would make me think they're actual walls. Another land, huh? So, does that make me want to keep the Mass Vandal, though? So I can attack with the Quirion. I can just suit up the Quirion, right? Just tap. Put the Nyx spawn on a Quirion. Swing. 4 Elves, 8 Elves. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm only putting this on for 2. But it gives you trample. I think I'm okay with that. And I don't want to untap a thing to make that bigger, right? Because then I'll lose an untap for the Timberwatch. And I want to basically not just try and kill them. I want to try and kill them next turn. So I will be double activating this regardless. Blocking, no blocking, or whatever. Cool. So they, with a overgrown battlements and Axebane and a shield wall that we know about, they have to try and kill us this turn. And if they start with something like a lead or something, then must have another winding way. Okay, interesting. So they wind them with for this. So they have another wall of roots here. Yep. They have a Jaspera. Interesting. So none of these are enchantments. So we just play the Elvish Mystic here. 6 Elves is that? Because this is an elf. So we just attack all out and pump this up by 12. Is that 6, 12, 13, 14, 15. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We have to throw everything at the Quirion, right? 6, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah. I was going to say, like, there's no real way they can win here. So, Mezfiend seems like a solid option. I don't know why I always end up... Right, so let's bring all this to the side. Bring all this. So, basically, what I want is I want these in. I think I want all 4 of these in. I can cut a land because we're racing. It's combo mirror. I don't think I need Mass Vandal. I don't think that card does an awful lot. It does help against like Freed from the Real, but I ultimately don't think it does a lot. We can probably go cut 1 and 1 as well. So then maybe do we keep 1 of these in? I don't think we need Fairy Macabre. I don't think we need Acorn Harvest. I don't think we need the land. I don't think we need Pulse. I think we just need 4 Mezfiends, right? Do we keep a Mass Vandal in, or do we keep... If that's the case, we probably just keep double combo in and then cut something else. So if that's the cut, what's the cut? Findhorn? Just cut a random elf? I think we're okay with that. Hey, my hand going here, wire. Cool. Against walls, eh? Wallsy walls. Walls. The problem with the swamp. So we mulligan this hand. So this hand's keepable, right? But we don't have... So we do keep this, but we don't have a black. I think we would rather have... Weirdly enough, I think I'd rather have 2 Mezfiends than a Spy. I'm more likely to find the other 3 Spies, right? Than I am... Hand Disruption. I don't know. I don't actually know the science or logic on that, right? But we're going to shuffle this. Maybe 1 Mezfiend's enough. It's tough. I'd rather... You know, have the Mezfiend, I think. Because we're going to go Forest, Lamb, or Elf here into Priest. We can go from there. They have a 1-drop. They have a 1-drop Elf. We have another land. Great draw, really. So do we go lead? No, we definitely go overgrown battlements. Makes sense. Into another. Oh, Aquarian. That's tough. Priest. And then pass. I'm going to end a turn. Cycle for an end. Cycle the end for a forest. 1, 2, 3, 4 elves on the battlefield right now. Priest. So they're probably going to have to try and win soon. 2 mana. Untap. 4 mana. Shield Wall Sentinel. Nope. They hit Walrus, Quirion, Caretaker. Are they going to untap their overgrown battlements? They are. Play the land. Are they going to play Quirions? They play Caretaker. Tap for 3. Play Walrus, Quirion. You're going to untap it again? Go again? With your 2 cards? You are. Wow. Card must be good. Okay. We really need to be getting a black source here. Because we're going to find something like a Drift or a Shield Wall here. Standard Bearer, Overgrown Battlements, Axebane, Leaf Caller. So they play Overgrown Battlements and pass. Interesting enough, if I actually kept a... If I draw a black source finder here, and... So that's free to play. So let's start with that. Then let's tap this for a bunch. Let's play this. Yeah, I think we're just dead. I don't even want to show them this. I'm going to play these. Just in case, because they've got 5 cards in hand, a Standard Bearer, an Axebane, and a Leaf Caller, and that's all we know. So I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to play land, play Deep Shadow, play Average Mystic, and then pass the turn. So we have a bunch of mana here. We have a bunch of black mana next turn as well if we need to. But I don't need to commit anything, right? But the chances are we're going to die. So I'm an F6. So they have a Leaf Caller. Tap is for a white. No, white. Standard Bearer. Oh, Axebane. Sure. 3 cards in hand, 1's a Standard Bearer. Get to draw 2 cards. Sure. Problem is they have so much untapped mana as well. Like, the chances of them losing this are pretty... If they just put a thing on this, we're dead. Shield Wall gets a Defender, which actually gets a... That was an interesting thought though, right? About the Mezfiend and the Spy. Be interesting to see what we were supposed to take there. Like, I feel like disrupting them is probably more likely to make us win than... It's interesting, right? For sure. So here we don't have a land. We always need that starting land. So here we have a way to get rid of all the land. We get all our mana out, which is fine. And we just have to hope to draw Spy. So we don't want Sagu, I think. Keep. We don't. We will go Elvish, Mystic, Quirion, Sagu. No, Generous End. I guess it doesn't matter, right? Because the Sylvan Ranger gets a black. No, we'll get a Generous End here. Forest. Get the Swamp. And just maximize our chance of winning next turn, right? 1, 2, 5. The hell is that? An 0-4 Defender add. I'll stretch by. Dread Return. It's not what I signed up for. Yes. Forest. Land. This. Go on, block, dare you. Dare you to block. Yes. Nope. Go on, block. Yes. No. Yes. That's actually quite bad. I think it's a trade I'm still willing to make, right? Because I have Spy next turn anyways, so it doesn't matter. 3. Nothing. Spy. Boom. Creature. We drew Mezfiend and a Deep Shadow. Let me take those. So Axebane, Drift, Standard Bearer. So we just take Drift here. You can have all the mana in the world. Bit of attack there, but oh well. Mystic was actually quite awkward there because I could have deployed the Elf. Axebane. Might as well play a white for Standard Bearer as well. Play Standard Bearer first. No, wind them. Oh god. So they don't have this Drift. They didn't hit the Timberwatch. The Forest. They hit Tinderwall, Shield Wall, Overgrown Battlements, Axebane. Which one you going for? Just in case you need more mana, right? Mezfiend. Okie dokie. I think we're dead next turn, right? 1, 2, 3. So this is gone. 1, 2, 3, 4. I actually don't think we're not far off dead, but Tinderwall, Overgrown Battlements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They go Shield Wall here. Shield Wall. So we played 2 guys. They'll go Shield Wall. I think we are dead. Or we should be dead, right? Shield Wall for Drift. Drift for Drift. Drift for Reaping. Have 2 Drifts back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 mana. Oh, they just naturally drew the Drift. Freed from the Reel. Really? So now we're just dead. This gets the... That's just annoying. They gotta go shield wall here. They go shield wall here, get get drift. Drift gets Valakut Invoker, and this is infinite mana. Slightly annoying. Just rip the freed from the reel. Oh well. See you guys for round number 3. Let's go. Round number 3. We can't keep this hand. Wouldn't keep his hand anyways. We've got double stuff. It seems fine. We probably bottom the Sylvan Ranger. We're just gonna go Quirion into Priest into Timberwatch. Ideally. See what we're against. Gates. Blue, white, blue. White, blue, gates, huh? So we'll leave the Langram for now, right? Back for 1. We'll show them who's boss. Bonk. Outlaw, Medic. Sure. So we can land grant. Let's cast by reveal in our hand. Let's go Timberwatch. Untap this. 2, 3, 4. Done. Let's play Elf of the Deep Shadow. Maybe I shouldn't have played Elf of the Deep Shadow there. Yeah, that was a mistake actually. Should have played Timberwatch Elf and passed. So I guess we're gonna... Do we need to go for combo here? Or do we just leave this Sagu to cast it? Because they're likely going to have to Thrabe enchant this Timberwatch, right? This one here. Let's pass the turn. But we have enough mana here if they... Yeah, so they kill this. We have enough mana here that... Attack for 1? Nope. I definitely should have played the Timberwatch though. So I could just go for this, right? With 1 land left. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 land left. 1, 2, 3, 4... 5, 6. Actually, we can... This is actually definitive, right? So, this gets the swamp. I don't actually think it matters what it gets, but this gets the swamp. We play the swamp. We play this. We play Balustrade's by here. They don't have any strands in the bin. They don't have anything like that. We just go for this. I guess it's... Yeah, I was going to say, maybe it's not quite... Actually, it's not definitive. I was thinking I get to Dread Return another Balustrade's by there. Yeah, that was a mistake. Oops. Oopsie. And then we pass the turn. I have a flyer though with this Timberwatch Elf. So I'm sort of fine. Yeah, I'm thinking to myself that, oh, it's definitive because when I mill over a Dread Return Balustrade's by, I can then Dread Return the Balustrade's by and mill my deck. But that meant I had to hit 2... one of the 2 Dread Returns and one of the 3 Balustrade's bys before I hit a land. Which obviously I hit 1 spy, but I didn't hit the Dread Return. Modern Age, sure. So they're going to discard what exactly? Strands, maybe? 6, 12, 13, 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, 12, 14 here. I think it was still probably correct to go for this, right? Because if we hit a Dread Return and a Spy, we won. If we hit a Dread Return and a lot left, we won. But then we also gained a Flyer. 6, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So they're on 3 if I attack all out. Yeah, so I just attack with this. That gets pumped. And then we Quirion bounce this. I know it's in our hands, so we might as well do this. They can't attack with the Outlaw Medic anyways. They can go for a Strands here, I guess. Is probably their best bet. Another Sacred Cat. So they might have to go Sacred Cat for like some lifelink thing, but then they can't really, I was going to say, they can't really kill the Balustrade Spy here. Yeah. I still think that was correct, right? I could be wrong, but... So, Mass Vandal and Mezfiend seem great. So like great ways to obviously deal with the Journey to Nowheres that they could potentially have. Thraben Charms that they've shown us. Modern Ages as well. It's just, what do we cut? I think Nyxborn gets pretty bad because of that. And I don't mind keeping the elf thing in. So maybe I don't need all of this. So maybe I go 3/3. So then I only need 4 cards. Maybe I don't even board, you know. I only have 4 counter spells. Cut a land, I think. Sylvan Ranger maybe? No. I don't think you can cut a Sylvan Ranger. You need this Black Source. Maybe Wind them with. Because Nyxborn seems relatively okay as well. Let's try that. 3 Mezfiends, 3 Mass Vandals. And I know you're thinking as well, like I've cut a land a lot of these games, right? So why aren't we just playing 4 lands? The option being able to flicker between 4 and 6 is really useful. Like Jund Wildfire, you only got 6. There's also quite a few other matchups as well where you want to go higher. So having that option to flicker between them is really good. But also stuff like this, right, where they've seen 5, so they're playing around 5. You get to go even deeper with 4. So it does work out. It has its uses, right? strands, sure. So we want to go here, and then we'll go. I think we go Timberwatch first. See what they do. Force a Thraben Charm here. Otherwise, Thraben Charm gets pretty useless. Island, tap land. They can't even Thraben Charm this here though, right? As well for note. Standard bearer, sure. Like I don't care really too much about this because I can target Mass Vandal. I can't query in a Mass Vandal. Never mind. Relic, Brainstorm, Lorien. I just take the Relic, right? I'm just thinking, do I get this Swamp? I think I do, right? Even though I can't play my Quirion. But I don't need to play my Quirion. I don't need to play this Swamp either. Exile, Squaddy. Played Squadron Hawk, but didn't play Brains. I guess you want to put the Squadron Hawks back, but fair enough. 3 Squaddies, 6 cards. Lorien, tap land. Play tap land. Sure. Whap. Generous End. Generous End. We can Mass Vandal this, right? Which is actually pretty important. Only got 2 mana to play this though, but that's okay. We get Mass Vandal the Vector Glider here, but also we get to now target this. So we'll exile this, play Aquarian, which they won't care about. I don't know if I want to attack with this. Probably not. I can't pump it, but then I also don't want this to get double blocked. I can't target itself either with the because of the standard bearer, right? So they do have a Prismatic Strands in the graveyard, which we'll eventually have to work around, but let's put 2 cards back, then the Squadron Hawk, sure. Get the 2 Squadron Hawks. They have 6 cards in hand, 5 cards in hand. One's a probably, yeah, definitely a standard bearer, Squadron Hawk. Because the most likely, searching for 2 means they put 2 back, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can play this. Bounce this. We target this. Play the Timberwatch. Cast this. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess it doesn't matter, right? We just attack for 1. Single block, sure. Play land. Play Quirion. White, blue. So we have a 3/3 in the air. Timberwatch. Which is probably going to get Thraben Charmed, right? Nope. Okay. Gonna Basilisk Gate something up. Another Modern Age, sure. So there are double strands in the bin. Maybe I'm supposed to play Macabre for strands. That's also an option, right? There's actually quite a few options on how we tackle this matchup. So we have all the lands. So Spy's pretty good. We'll attack with both of these. We just need to get rid of these strands or the white creatures. Either or. They still can't attack with this cat, even if it's like duped up. Right. I guess they probably can now. They have a second Basilisk Gate. I definitely jinxed myself here, right? Yeah. So that's 6. So that's 7. 12, it's 11. But this is the last time they can do it, right? Because then we go 6, 12. We sort of match them. Attack. Yeah, because we can only make this a 7, 8. Sure. Good thing. We'll take 11. Maybe I should block with this, but I kind of want all the elves I can get, right? Whap. Finthorn. 7, 14. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I could force them here to Prismatic Strands here for green. Not force them, but encourage them by hitting them for a lot. I think I'm going to do that, you know. Untap bounces land. Not in an awful position, right? Not in a great position, but not in an awful position. I can block here with a Quirion as well. They flip. Just slightly annoying. One of these, or discarded. I can't remember which one it was. Oh. Yep. Yeah, it's pretty rough. Okie dokie. You're gonna hit for 7. We only have what, 1 flyer here, 2 flyers, so we kind of have to block because we die in the air, right? So we block it, which is losing an elf, which is slightly annoying. Cast a Sagu. And then we'll kind of stay on defense, right? So they've got a standard bearer and an unknown. Standard bearer is really awkward though, right? Because I can't buff up my Sagus, right? The only thing I can buff up here is the Mass Vandal. Target a flyer, I'm assuming. Targeting, oh, that. Can't really attack though, right? Because I just make this massive. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. I guess they could kill it. That's the game plan, right? Kill it with a... I guess that's the game plan. Kill the Mass Vandal with a Thraben Charm, maybe? No. Okay. It's to gain a bunch of life, I guess. Sure. On 23. 2 mana, you're gonna play it, are you gonna embalm it? 7 elves. Kinda just want them to tap out, but I can't seem to do that. Nope. Especially on, if they target this thing with a flyer, we're pretty boned, right? Get up a flyer, sure. You gonna get up another flyer? You get 1 single flyer, sure. They also get up the white flyer too. Yep. We black. Spy, huh? I think I'm supposed to bring in Macabres as opposed to Mesfiends, probably. So I can attack here, pump up, balustrade spy, mill them, which gives them so many cards for the graveyard, which is actually pretty brutal. Yes, your guy's dead. You gain 1 life. Spy, spy, boop. Target you. We milled a land. Nice. It's actually not bad, right? It's kind of what we wanted. We wanted to not really do anything too crazy. That was an untapped land that could have triple activated, and would they have killed us? 8 gates, 7 gates in play, 7, 8, 9? No, they wouldn't. Been pretty close though. I don't know how else to tackle this without Fairy Macabre, because we're at the point now where I guess this is a 8 something, so it's not actually gonna kill this. This has red, so are we getting breath weaponed? Journeyed. What are you journeying? What an odd line of play. Why journey that afterwards? Still have a white creature? That's so annoying. So very annoying. I think we're just dead, right? Because they've still got this white creature. So we can go block, block. They have another standard bearer too. Quirion. Untap this. Untap this. Play land, play elf. That's the turn. So now we can block all 3 so we don't die. But do we have enough mana here to... We need to delete this from existence or have this attack. But they will likely just attack with these. Or they'll attack with this and... play a standard barrier. Yeah. Next. We weren't actually that far away, right? The fact that they needed to ended up... I don't think we want Mezfiend. I think we just want this Vandal. And then we want 2 cards. If we bring all this in, do we just want 2 Macabres? I think 2 Macabres is fine. Probably cut a Sylvan Ranger, maybe. Yeah, not the end of the world. I think no Mezfiends is fine. Cool. We can keep this. I guess we Sagu first, right? Well, Sagu get a forest. We don't need to commit this land grant, and then this we can go land Sylvan Ranger. Could have done the same probably as well if we could have probably done the same even if we just deep shadowed there, right? Yes. Let's get the swamp. So we have a forest. We have the forest right here, which is pretty nice. I definitely should be playing this out for the deep shot, but I'm sort of committed and not playing it just yet. 2 mana tapped, huh? So I guess I go Timberwatch, force them to answer it. Pass the turn. Yeah, let's keep this empty. You want to block, block? Nope. They Thraben and charm our guy. Give me spy. As if we drew the land. That's funny. Funny that we actually drew the land there as well. I probably should have land granted, right? I didn't want to show this Mass Vandal though. Brainstorm, sure. See what they do. Mass Vandal or... sorry, not Mass Vandal. Modern Age or Progenitor... Relic of Progenitors. Yep. Discarding Strands. Nope. You're going to draw, discard, get an island, and discard. The Modern Age. Sure. No attacks. Generous End. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Casting this bad boy. Whap. Let's attack. I'm going to force you to block by attacking you for 1. No? Okay. Damn. It was worth a try. Yeah, it's annoying with the forest, right? Got 1 land in our deck and we drew the forest. Journey, sure. Gen Joe, that seems worth a Mass Vandal. I imagine they've took quite a lot of their counter magic out. They probably can't attack with this as well, like before, until this is in. I would love a Wind Away effect. Dread Return. Give me back my Generous Scent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I'm just going to... I still get double black, so I'm going to attack like this. If they want to block an elf for the Deep Shadow, that's fine by me. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Gonna journey again? Nope. Lorien revealed. Okay. Give me a... something. Winding Way. Lead the Stampede. Attack. Do I attack with this? They get him for 1. I can actually get him with damage with these. My life for a Fairy Macabre. 2, 3, 4, 5. They go again. They're going again. 9 cards in hand as well. Discarding Deep Analysis Squadron. That's on red. That's on white. Yeah, let's play a Priest. And then we will just pass the turn. I think they might attack with the Sacred Cat here. Yeah, I kind of half expected the Breath Weapon, right? But now it's really awkward because I can't Dread Return. Because I've used 2 Elf for the Deep Shadows. Journey. On the Generous End, sure. And a Standard Bearer. The attack for 2, sure. Fairy Macabre. Elvish Mystic, huh? Oh, man. I maybe should have just Dread Returned the Timberwatch Elf when I could. But then I won't have been able to Mass Vandal the Journey. I don't know how worth that is. I think we're in a different game at that point, alright? Because we can attack with the little dudes and then start Timberwatch elfing them for damage. Pretty weird one. I do just want a Fairy Macabre or a Leader Stampede or anything like that to sort of rebuild. Like, we're already on 8 effects, so we've got 8 draws for that. Yeah. The problem is all they need to do is just keep a white creature back, right? Because of this one Prismatic Strands in the bin. And they currently got a load of them. 1 card in hand, huh? Fairy Macabre. Wow. These draws have been bad. Let me just pass. Sometimes this is the problem with a deck like this, though. We have a lot of air. The combo. Don't play a Basilisk Gate, please. Yeah. We're going to discard another Prismatic Strands. Masked Vandal. That's a pretty good one. Whap. Do they have a counterspell? Yeah, let's target this. And then we'll hit the Sylvan Ranger here. Bring back our Enty Boy. Could be a Thraben Charm to have instead of a Strands. So, like, we've got so many different angles of attack for our opponent. Like, they have, sorry. It's really awkward to figure out which is the best way to go. It's a weird matchup, right, for this. Like, I wouldn't say it's unfavoured. I'd just say it's very finicky. Like, if you go down the wrong path, you can definitely lose this game. Like, if I committed... Like, here I committed quite a lot to the Balustrade Spy combo as opposed to Elves. And maybe if I committed more to Elves, I'd have been fine, because I've only got Breath Weapon here. Okay. I think I just take 8 here, unfortunately. I'm going to cast Spy, but I'm going to cast it on them. I know it gives them some value, because there's Strands and stuff in the bin. They mill over a Basilisk Gate. That was really good. The fact that they can't get the Basilisk Gate, well, they can't get this Basilisk Gate, means the chance of them having 2 is pretty slim. Awkward thing is, like, one of the 3 cards, one of them's most likely a... Thraben Charm, right? So even if I do draw a Macabre, I'm probably dead. This was a reasonable draw too, because I can Dread Return like a Mass Vandal or something. Go one of these. Like, I can actually naturally Dread Return it. Basilisk Gate, sure. Yeah. Maybe I shouldn't have cut all of the Mez Fiends, right? I put them all back in the board. Yep. It's this Prismatic Strands here that's stopped me going for this, right? Do we go Priest or Mass Vandal? Oh, no. Come on. Give me something good. I just want something good. Okay, that's a Heap Gate. Yes. This is swinging for lethals. I think I'm supposed to block with this. I don't think I need a second black, but I could be wrong. I'm just supposed... It's sort of doing nothing now, right? The Standard Bearer, I guess. I can't untap it either, because the Quirion Ranger. I can't untap it with the Standard Bearer, actually. That is correct. A Lotleth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Untap. Nothing. 7. Okay. What this is a blocker. Yeah, take 4, you're out of 41. The problem is they just have another token, right? So even if I double block here, Lotleth and Generous End. 2 flyers, sure. I basically need... I don't know what cuts it here, right? 3 flyers, so I don't block this one. I need a Fairy Macabre here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... Fairy Macabre. Winding Way. Is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? I guess it still works, right? And we have to hope that they're F6 and don't need to... Creature. Balustrade Spy, Elvish Mystic. So I have, what, 2 flyers here? I have 1, 2, 3 flyers. Pump 2 of them up. We can only have 1 blocker. See you guys for the next one. Hey guys, welcome back here to round number 4. We're on the play. We can keep this hand. Seems pretty good. 1... 2, 3, 4. We can get rid of our lands quite quickly. So if this Windhamware of ours finds a... If the Windhamware finds a... No! Go away. Go away. Sure. Let's say if this Windhamware finds a... I have messed this up. Because I kind of want to get this Swamp. Yeah, I messed it up. I should just land on it. I didn't really want to show them my hand, and I don't know why. They don't know my hand anyways. Yep. I'm going to bolt my guy. Sure thing. We die. Yeah, let's do that for creature. We mill a Dread Return. Forest. Land. Sylvan Ranger. Yes. And then pass the turn. So, we're not necessarily dead here. But our opponent needs... By our opponent, I mean Callie. As well. If you're here, you probably know who they are, let's be honest. But we take 3 here. They didn't answer to these, both of these creatures. Because we play Swamp, we play Landgrant, get our 5th land, and then we Balustrade Spy them. So they have to have an answer to these 2 creatures. Because this is the 3rd creature. Demand Dancers discarding a mount. Oh, they sacrifice the thing and flip over her. Okay. So we go land. Land grant. This means they have to have 2 removal spells. Yeah, okay. Cool. We drew the Lamar Elf as well. Nice. I actually thought we were dead there. So we don't want a forest. We want Mass Vandals and we want pulses. So let's board them in. The Timberwatch Elves are probably the worst thing, right? Pretty interesting. How we board here? So there's 6 cards that I want to option. This is the one that I'm already most likely taking out. I could just run 3. So that's an extra 4 cards. Do we cut 1 and 1? That seems fine. Shave a Timberwatch Elf. I don't know if I'm supposed to wind them with here, bringing in 4 pulses. Let's try that. I could maybe bring in Mezfiend too. I was reluctant to take out Timberwatch Elf there because we're most likely against like Rally Red / Pinger, right? No lands. Mulligano. No lands. Mulligano. No lands. Mulligano. Okie dokie. So we keep 4. We want land, Lamar Elf, Quirion, Wind away. So we definitely don't want these 2. And then what's the cut? Wind away or Quirion? I think it's Wind away, right? This gives us our best chance to pulse and then find something. Epicaro, sure. Master, I'm gonna bolt my guy. Darted. Consider it darted. And play a land, and then I'm gonna pass. Just see if they do anything here. They'll probably kill it. Yep. We haven't once had 2 mana available here, so. Oh yeah, baby. I'm all for melding Moxide. Tomb Raider. Sure. Let's see if they dart my Quirion. They probably will. Let's just go next here. Okay. We still probably wouldn't have got there. And I still think I'm fine cutting a land. Maybe I try not. The problem is speed, right? It's nothing to do with. It's nothing to do with how many land sources we have, right? Because we have a lot. It's only 1 less. Like, it's to do with access to lands, right? It's to do with the speed, because obviously we've pulled all the lands out of our deck quicker. We need to kill this, otherwise we're going to go Quirion. 1, 2, 3, yeah. We kill this or we go Quirion stuff. So we can't quite blow up their land yet, but something we could do. Moxide. Percussionist. Sure. Could exile one of these, or I could exile their land. I don't know obviously you don't know what the sort of working with here, right? So it's hard to, this, and we'll probably exile the Lamar Elf. I think hitting their land is correct, right? I'm not 100% certain on that, obviously, but that's just what feels right. Grab, pitching an Epicure. Are they attacking? No. Do I go lead or pulse? I probably go pulse this back. Right, we can. We're on 22, we can get a land. We still can't lead though, right? Grab the prize on a Temper hit the Mass Vandal, and then they start attacking. I'm probably just going to Nyx Spawn though. Generous End for 2, and then for a land, and then Nyx Spawn. Unless I draw something here, and then hope for the best. Hopefully we don't get End the Festivity here, that'd be pretty brutal. But they have just drew 2 cards, so it is quite highly likely. Yep. Moxide, Pitching Mountain. Land Grant is dead. So that's always a bonus. Always love it when my cards are dead. We drew 5 cards. Done. We got 9, so we discard this and these. Currently have no way of searching for a swamp. We'll exile one of these with our Mass Vandal. Demand Dances it, sure. Goblin Tomb Raider. Land War. Got it. Sure. 5 cards in hand and a Tomb Raider in exile. Here's a Tomb Raider. Here's a Tomb Raider. Here's a Galv Blast. Jesus. Yeah, maybe going down a land was wrong. I don't know. Seems really awkward. 2, 4, 5, 3 cards in hand. We're probably pretty dead here. No way of getting a black land right now, which is pretty annoying. I guess I just cast this for a 2, 3. Hope for the best. It's almost pointless playing the Priest, right, when they've got Dart. I do like this Melded Moxide version, though. Seems pretty good. Synthless Synth. I did play that, something like it. But it seems very similar, actually. On my channel, without the Demand Dancers, I don't think. Cool. Block here. Take 3 out of 5. I get to play this. And then this. Awkward thing is I'm gonna have to double block, right? I'm gonna have to block one, block another. Because I can't go to 4. So I'll play a win here. Hope their 4 cards are absolutely trash. Block the priest here on a Tomb Raider. It's pretty tough, right? So I could accept myself going to 4 here with the Clockwork and die Galv Blast. And Galv Blast is the only additional card, right, that I got myself to. Double Bolt kills me. Bolt Dart kills me. Galv Blast Dart kills me. So, like, I already would be dead. So I think I have to block like this. But then I guess if I block with a Deep Shadow, I guess I have to do this. It's pretty 3. Problem is this opens myself up to a Bolt when I tap it. So I think I have to block like this and hopefully find a way to... Yep, didn't matter. They have a Fiery Temper. Nope, just got a Fire Blast. Nope, Mountain Bolt. Nothing. What am I supposed to do here? Was the line not block? If the line was not block, I would have won. But they have 2 cards in hand, so it all depends on what the 2 cards. 3, 4. Am I supposed to lead? See what we get? That seems pretty good. Done. Did I have to perfectly hit Quirion here? Quirion. Oh no. I don't think it works, right? Because I still need to get 3 blockers here. But I don't win the game. Land, that's 3. Into Deep Shadow attack. Block 2. Hope that's good enough. Is that the line? No, maybe. 3, 4. Alice just said so much counting. And there is definitely so much counting going on. My head hurts. So I can Sagu... No, I can't. Yeah, Sagu get that root. Well, Roost Seek get the black. Play the black. Or I can play Deep Shadow, look at a blocking. 2, 3. Yeah, I think I'm supposed to play this. Do I tap this? 3, play a Sagu. Sorry, not play a Sagu, like play a Roost Seek. And then block that, take 2, go to 1. Die to about a bazillion things, but I didn't die last turn. It's a tough one, right? I think I have to go on the assumption I was on 3 and I didn't die. So let's hope we don't die again. Yeah, I feel like I could have won there. I don't know. It's so tough. I feel like the play was to not block and go to 2. And then hope we don't win. Hope we don't die, sorry. I felt like that was a play. Red's tough, though. Red's tough. As you've seen there as well, though, we leaded a Pulse. It's like these matchups, you want Healer of the Glade, and then the Red Madness matchups, you want Pulse. See you guys for the 5th and final round. Hey guys, welcome back here to the 5th and final round. We have got a Capable Hand. We have 2 Land Star, we have a Larmor Visionary. Depending on what they're against, depends if we land grants on our turn or not. Ancient Den, Sacred. Well, I feel like this is going to be a race, so let's play a Larmor Elf. Basilisk Gate. Spellbomb. It's like what? Black-White Blade, maybe? Or something like our Black-White Gates. So, 1 Quirion. Tap, untap, bounce 2. This. I think this is the best way of putting as much nonsense on the field as possible, while using the land grant as a way to pull a land out, surprisingly, sort of thing. So they're definitely black-white, right? You're not running Spellbomb if you can't cast it. You're playing like Core Skyfish or something. He's gating something up. That is such a bad player. Not a bad player from them. Like, if that's all you can do, that's all you can do. But let's do this. Let's tap for 4. Let's play a lead. We hit 1 card. I actually don't want to reveal this. That's tough that we actually don't even have Black Sauce, because they're all now at the bottom. Let's say done. That was definitely a lot better. For sure. None of this as well shows Balustrade Spy, because they didn't say any of these. This is Nim and Black, I'm assuming. Yep. Get this up. Go. So they're hitting us for 5. Hitting us for 4, sorry. Down to 11. Deep Shadow, huh? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 elves, 10 elves. Can we kill them here? Probably. I feel like the answer has to be probably yes, right? 1, 2, 3. I'm talking about killing them with Nyxborn and stuff, not just so we're clear. Untap this. Attack! Put them to 3. I'm going to hold off though. I'll just put them to 9. Just in case we need. Alt. 3 cards in hand. Village Rites. Sure. Go. Black-white though, with spell bombs and artifact lands definitely makes me want these. Mid-range makes me want the extra swamp too. Mesfin could be useful because they're probably playing Thraben Charm as well. We probably also want elves. It's a tough sell. So I don't want to go too overboard, but I kind of want some mass vandals. I don't know if I'll probably just leave the swamp, right? So we take out a land war and a Elven. And the games are probably going to go long. Oh, so we have land grant, Quirion into Generous End. We probably got land grant into Generous End, right? In a wind and way, I think. Want to hit our land drops. Doesn't say unless it's a mana dark, right? We don't really care about playing the Quirion. We just want to hit our land drops. Play our forest. Play our Findorn elves. Cat. Oh my god, it's like cat tribal. Second land. Sure. Timber Watch. But seems pretty interesting though, right? They're obviously playing gates, maybe pestilence or something. Yes. Yes. Again, we still just want to keep hitting our land drops. I probably don't attack. I probably wait. So we can protect two things if they go swamp. Arms of a Darring. They're obviously not going to attack here. They're not going to attack, but they're also not going to gate. But I guess they can't gate hard enough, right? Let's go wind them where. We hit Generous End Priest. So that's Quirion and Elf. So let's get this forest. Last forest out the deck. Let's get a priest. I probably should have tapped this and then played a deep shadow, but I think we're going to hold off again. It's probably better to hold off anyways, right? And at least this priest of Titania goes nuts. Make a treasure, sure. 3 cards in hand. Pretty interesting in their deck, right? Fanatical offering this. I guess it's like a Breathless Knight pile, probably, will be my thought, right? Sacred Cat, Cauldron Familiar, Breathless Knight, Unearth, Recommission, all that sort of stuff. Removal. Village Rites makes very little sense in that space, but other than that, that would be where I'd throw my money at. Just a black-white pile. Sure though, they have to answer Timberwatch here or Priest, because we are just going to get so much advantage here. Treasure. Village Rites the guy. Sure. Sure they're just dead at this point, right? They've just sacked their board and amassed nothing. Like, I don't get what they're doing. I don't understand what they're doing, is my thing. Right, did this get the swamp? Yes, swamp. Tap this for a bunch. Any order. Balustrades by Mass Vandal, Quirion, Sagu, Timberwatch. Draw 5 cards. What could they cast here? Nothing. 3, 4 with a black up. Play a spy, I guess. Target ourselves. Gonna sort of make a bunch of mana here. Yeah. There was a reason to make a bunch of mana here. And it was basically so I could play these 3, still pump up a guy and put a Nyxborn Hydra on something, and then flash it back. So then at least if I didn't, if I had a Fairy Macabre or something, at least I had some amount of mass damage here with the Nyxborn Hydra. Was the idea. Obviously, Fairy Macabre is what would have got us, but just one of them things that I think we still probably could have got out of. Like, this is what, 8? 9, 10, 11 elves, so with 2 activations, 22, 20, 33, right? So I just play these, and then attack, and then try and kill them with Timberwatch Elf, and then do Dread Return. I think I probably should have played this post-combat, to be honest, and just played this, and this. But other than that, yeah. Sweet. Like, not awful, right? I'm still figuring this deck out a little bit. Here, I'm on, that was what, 2, 3 there? I think the deck's fine. I think the deck's really well positioned. We obviously versus Wall Combo, which I actually think is pretty bad matchup. It's just how you can line your Mez Fiends up to stuff. I did end up beating it at Recollect, but it was literally that my Mez Fiends timed were very nicely. Their mana stuff and searches and leads and stuff were not. Call Gates is a difficult one, right? I probably should have just Dread Returned the Timberwatch Elf in game 2, and I feel like it's a very different game. But I think generally you are favoured because you present a threat and you basically have to force them to deal with it. And then you can then usually go off with your Balustrade Spy stuff, but it is what it is. And then, yeah, the red matchups are just... It's a real hard one because you want 3 different sideboard cards basically for 3 different matchups, right? I think like Red-Black Madness, you want Nihila's Disciple. Red Madness, you want Pulse, and then the Red Rally and the Pinger stuff, you want Healer of the Glade. So it's tough. It's like tough, you can't have all 12, you can't have a mix of all, like, and you want max of each. And I don't think weather cuts it for each as well. I think pulse, if you're going to pick a non-creature spell, pulse is the best one rather than weather for your deck. But yeah, I really enjoyed this deck. I really enjoyed playing it in paper as well. It was pretty sweet. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Always great to see. Please let me know if you are sick of Spy Elves. If not, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.